Let me introduce you to the ultimate survival game you've never heard of. Some dirt. Small dirt. What the? This is our forever character. Look at him. He's beautiful. This is amazing. This is Venture Story. This is Vintage Story. No, it is not a copy of He Who Shall Not Be Named. This is a sandbox survival game that is brutal. And I mean brutal. I don't want to kill you. Bro, I'm gonna die. I just died to a fox.
Your trust, guys.
The progression system in this game is that of going through different ages. For instance, the first age you go from is the Stone Age to the Copper Age. And just to compare progression systems, in Minecraft, it took me 5 minutes to get an iron pickaxe. Okay, no, it actually wasn't 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes and 27 seconds, but 5 minutes sounds a lot better. And of course, I've been playing Minecraft all my life, so I know, the goods. I'm a professional, but I mean, really, it's pretty simple. And then also while I was playing, I found this sick mountain range with a sick valley in it. Makes me kind of want to play Minecraft again. With Vintage Story, on the other hand, my God, I'll take you through what it took me just to get this glorious copper pickaxe. First, I had to make some flint tools by knapping, which is where you take a rock and beat another rock until that rock shapes into what you need. Then, with my flint tools, I had to go find clay, which only spawns in areas with higher precipitation and a high enough temperature. So, it was hard to find. I've seen 0 amounts of clay. Bro, what? It's chert rock, dude. All the homies love chert rock. Bro, clay does not exist in this game. Change my mind. Let's go. After finding enough clay, I then had to create some molds that I could later pour my molten hot copper into, one of those being a crucible that I'll need for later. Now, a little tip when you are placing these clay molds is you can actually change how many blocks you place by a 2x2, 3x3, or you can just duplicate the layer that you just made. Oh, you can change it. That's crazy. Why you just not say that? Why you not just say that in the first place? This changes the whole game. I was about to do devious things to myself. Like what? Now, I had to start firing those molds while I went and looked for copper nuggets, as you cannot make a flint pickaxe to go mine any ores that you come across. To heat up these nuggets, I couldn't use any old wooden plank. I had to use something that could generate enough heat to melt the copper. So, next up was charcoal. Charcoal is made by converting logs you've chopped down into firewood and creating a pit-like area thing and light that on fire. Which, might I mention, when you fire stuff up like this, it takes forever. Specifically 24 minutes. After getting my charcoal, I put it in a campfire along with my crucible and start to smelt my copper. I then make some wooden tongs to handle my gazillion degree hot copper crucible and pour that copper into my pickaxe mold. Let that dry and then slap that bad boy on a stick. And now we are in copper. And all of that took me 10 hours. I feel like a new man with this copper pickaxe. Oh, shut up. No, I'm not a new man. I'm saying man. Old man, small, weak man. I just stared death in the face. Anyways, what I was saying was, this is my copper pickaxe. Oh! What? Oh, I'm gonna die. No, my copper pickaxe. That was extremely close. That was not. I just want some copper, man. So this is gonna be our first time using the pickaxe. I'm curious as to how much durability it has. I've got tools and stuff. I'm feeling tight. Dude, I'm feeling like we could build a house or stuff. Okay, let's relax. I worked so hard for this. So as you can see, the progression system is difficult and time consuming, but that's what makes it great. You see, in Minecraft, you're not in a whole lot of danger, and tools and equipment can be crafted with relative ease. You can get to endgame within a few days, if not a few hours. With Vintage Story, on the other hand, the beauty in this game is in a process like that. It's tedious, requires time and effort, but that is what makes it ultimately rewarding. If you could just get every item at the drop of a hat and be the king of the world instantly, then it's not really worth it. The ultimate gratification comes from something that you had to sacrifice for, and that's what makes me continually want to come back to this game. And that's just one aspect of the game. That's not to mention the atmosphere created by wind that you can almost feel, storms that make you want to cozy up inside, and animals all over the place that make the world feel alive. Hey, you're not very fast, dude. You're not very fast. Run. What about you? Are you fast? You actually just don't. Oh, my bad. Jeez, dude. As well as different seasons within the game. And did I forget to mention temporal storms? Yo. What is going on? What's going on? What the fuck? Yo, what the? Oh my, holy sh! I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going out there, bro. And I hope my door holds up. Like, the building aspect of Vintage Story is also great. As I've just barely scratched the surface of it, you can see my terrible, poopy building. It is what it is. You know, it's a start, okay? But I went into a creative world to check out the list of blocks, and my god, is there a lot. One thing that I probably shouldn't have tried, but I did, was chiseling. You want to talk about worst case scenario. I mean, I could literally chisel for the rest of my life. I could chisel one block for an hour if it came to it. You can choose between different sizes, chisel different materials into a block. It's like my biggest dream and fear come true. Yeah, so if you're a chronic chiseler, or you're maybe prone to chronic chiseling, I would stay away from this aspect of the game. And some of you might pass out when I mention this, but in this game, they have sideways slabs. That's right, I said it. Sideways slabs. Although they can be quite tricky to place sometimes. Messing around with some of the clothing items and armor items as well, you can make your character look sick. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program. In Vintage Story, you won't see as much of those mega builds and so on that you see in Minecraft because it simply is harder to get resources. However, with the complicated processes that Vintage Story has, you can use up every ounce of your house, and it creates this like meaningfulness that I can't describe. For instance, in Minecraft, I could create a massive structure, but it doesn't have a whole lot of function. Or I make a village and it's mostly just empty houses. In this game, I need an area for all sorts of things. And we're all familiar with the 2-week Minecraft phase, and I'm guilty of this myself. It's like, after 2 weeks, I have every tool I need, I can make anything I want. But then, being able to make anything results in me making nothing. And maybe that's a personal problem. But Vintage Story puts limits on what I can create, and that's when my creativity comes out, is within those limits. In this game, I can find a space for just about anything in my house. My house is jam-packed with bowls, pots, firewood storage areas, and a basement for doing all my smithing. And many more processes that I'm working my way towards, such as obtaining mechanical power, which is it's so far off. But it's really fun running around doing all these little different tasks that you have in your different little areas just to come up with maybe like a leather backpack or copper armor. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned is you have a personal survival handbook with you that you can access at any time. It has different guides for different mechanics in the game, such as leather making, steel making, or brewing and distilling alcohol. Nice. You'll also notice that there are ruins in this game that hint at there being an old world, as well as lore entries with stories you can read from lore books or scrolls. I haven't mentioned the fact that you can find traveling merchants that you can trade with, and outside of trading, you can ask them some questions for some insight on what's going on. There are some very interesting stories and some pieces of equipment that you can make that are named after a character in the lore named Jonas Fawkes, who was a genius inventor and interesting figure that played a significant role in the lore. The logo for Vintage Story even has some lore built into it, interestingly enough. The developers of Vintage Story are constantly updating the game. I believe they just recently added a mount to the game, which is a rideable elk, which is absolutely sick, along with sailboats to traverse the high seas, and the mod community is very alive with plenty of options out there for you modders. Wait, sandwiches? Oh baby. I know I do on Minecraft a lot throughout this video, and I still love that game and by no means think it's a terrible game. It's just that when I play Vintage Story, I get that old Minecraft feeling where I want to keep exploring and building and progressing. Vintage Story scratches that itch for me that I've had for a while. It's truly unique, and I think with friends it can be even amazing as you survive, work, and explore together. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So if you're ready to embark on a new adventure and take on a new addiction, then give Vintage Story a try. I don't think you will regret it. The community loves this game, and the developers seem to be very involved, so I plan to make more videos on it in the future. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, like, stick around, and I hope to see you in the next one.